What's happening, everybody? Hey! 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 Time for another single episode review. I figured this time I'd cover another really bad one so we can start knocking down a few more of those. And because the autumn season is here, what better than to kick things off with Topped Off Thomas? The joy in my voice just says it all. In this episode, Spencer returns to Sodor to take the Duke, Duchess, Sir Topham, and Lady Hat to a tea party at the Scottish castle. Thomas challenges Spencer to a race after making a statement he can go faster than the wind. Yes, the actual wind. As the two race to the station, Sir Topham loses his hat, and Thomas is sent off on a wild goose chase to bring the hat back before the party. Okay, let me just start off by saying, what the kind of story is this? No surprise, but it is the typical three-strike formula. Thomas is running around chasing a hat? Really? This is the best you could come up with? There are so many points in this story that just don't work. Like Thomas challenging Spencer. We all know Spencer is a pompous dick. Thomas, my guy, why are you letting Spencer antagonize you? We've been through this trope millions of times already. No engine is better than the next one, okay? End of discussion.
Next fucking case. Next case.
We also know that Thomas, by this point, should know not to go screaming through stations. What the both of them are doing is super dangerous, but the race to see who is faster is far more important. Okay. And you're really gonna tell me with that big gust of wind that kicked up, that only one hat blew away? Everyone should have lost their hat, but we'll go with that logic. I know I've complained about this little thing as well, but I can't stand the fact that Topham just stands here and whines that he needs his precious hat. I get wanting to look your best, but my dude, it's a hat. You know, instead of standing there, wouldn't you want to go home and find another hat maybe? Or here's another tip for you. Either go to the party, with or without one, or don't go at all. Who cares if you have one or not? Never have I seen a model man throw a hissy fit over an accessory. Above everything else, the one thing that I simply cannot fathom over is how Thomas not only believes he's faster than the wind, but talks to it. I can't even watch this particular scene without cringing.
I was silly to think I was as fast as you, Mr. Wind, Thomas chuffed quietly. Please, can you help me? The wind heard Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt's hat floated gently onto Thomas's funnel.
Thomas? I think we're gonna take a visit to the cookie shed because you are going bonkers if you really think the wind can magically hear you. In what fantasy world is that good writing? Some people might even bring up the argument, well, Sodor is a magical place. Anything can happen. Listen, when the wind actually starts to screw around with the characters like it can actually hear them, I give up completely. There's hardly anything positive to talk about with this episode. The only thing I can come up with would be that the scenery is really pretty for an autumn setting, and Brandon and Angelus do show that enthusiasm again, but even they can't bring up this episode in points for its brainless writing. Bottom line, I think I've pretty much said what needed to be said, so I'm gonna wrap things up here and rank this episode a mere 2 out of 10. Again, this is for both the enthusiasm and pretty set designs, but overall, this episode, well and truly sucks. I've been Yamite, and I hope you all enjoyed this review. Thank you all for watching, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more Thomas and Friends content. Until then, I will see you all in the next video.